Hello traders, you know what time it is. It's time for another successful challenges overview. So the first challenge account that we are going to talk about is this one on Purple Trading, and as you can see it's very unusual because of this very high profit target. And I'm saying that this is unusual because it requires some very specific market conditions. And as you know, at this point in time, the markets all over the world are kinda crashing. And because of this trader just made some amazing results. What is very good is that this trader also respected his max daily loss, even though he came really close to breaching it, right here as you can see. But yeah, he pretty much shorted Dow Jones American Index and made some really good money. So most of his profit was made on 3rd of March, and it was basically 100K. And yeah, why not, right? This right here pretty much confirms my theory, and he mostly shorted the Dow Jones instead of both, and his most traded instrument was exactly Dow Jones. Regarding the volume, he traded mostly 5 lots, and if you average this column right here by volume, right, you will pretty much get the same result. Otherwise, I just respect this trader because he did manage his losses. He didn't breach his max daily loss, even though he came really close to it. The same is true for his max loss, but in the end he made some really unreal profit. And I just want to let you know that we don't even expect our traders to make this high of a profit because this is not really consistent. But imagine if this was made on FTMO funded account, he would just get something around $90,000. Right, so what I want to say by this is just really try to manage your losses, and if you do, chances are that you are going to be successful in the end. So let's look at another trader. So this one is more consistent and therefore more promising to us. The balance curve is pretty consistent as you can see, and the losses were respected pretty nicely. He even made some nice profit. He made even 2,000 to 3,000 more than was required, which is pretty great. He made many trades, as you can see, that's 217, and the win ratio and the risk-reward ratio are pretty great. Regarding his daily summary, there was no huge spike, so that is pretty awesome. And the profits are pretty nicely distributed across all of the days that he traded. Now let's look at his trading journal. So this trader just traded S&P 500. He didn't only sell, but he also bought and made some nice profits even on his buys, which is great because he didn't just bet on market crashing. But when you scroll down, you can see here that he mostly shorted. So yeah, he still was kind of betting on market crashing. But even though the market was crashing, he made some nice profits on buys. So it isn't like one-trick pony. When you look even further down, you can see that he truly traded mostly just S&P 500, but also a little bit of New Zealand dollar and Japanese yen, and some more forex pairs. His most traded volume was 0.5 lots, so he was being really careful. So this one was really great. Now let's look at some verification. Right away you can see that this particular trader struggled from the beginning, pretty much from the beginning till the end. But in the end he made some nice profits, so that's great. He even made 5,000 more than he was required to and respected his max daily loss and max loss pretty nicely. He made 161 trades with really nice stats overall, and his profits are really nicely distributed, and even his losses are. This trader traded all kinds of instruments, so he didn't just specialize, for example, on S&P 500 like the previous trader. And also, most of the time he traded for 1 day only. So he didn't pay any swaps most of the time, but sometimes he actually does, right here as you can see. From the last section all the way down, you can see that he mostly sold instead of bought, and he really specialized on just 5 main instruments, which is US 500, Euro Canadian dollar, and Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Perfect, so let's look at the last account. This one is once more traded on Purple Trading, STP, and from the balance curve, as you can see, he made some huge dip in his balance, which is just terrible. Now, I don't know how about you, but if I was this trader, it would absolutely demoralize me. If I did take such a huge blow to my psychology game, I don't know if I would even finish this challenge, but this trader successfully managed his psychology, and in the end, he achieved his profit target and all of the other trading objectives. Regarding his statistics, there is really nothing that unusual here. Probably what is a little bit interesting is his risk-reward ratio, which is just atrocious, but his win ratio fixes that. Now let's look at his daily summary. So right here you can see that the lot sizes are pretty consistent across all of the days, and so are the profits and the losses. Of course, that is without counting the first day on which he took this huge blow, but in the end he struggled his way out. Now, since we wanna see some of the symbols that he traded, let's look at his trading journal. So once more you can see that he basically didn't pay any swaps. So once more he is intraday trader, and you can see just green numbers in here, which is awesome. And most of the time he traded once more S&P 500 and some more instruments. Now looking at his last section, you can see that the buys and the sells are not distributed that evenly, but whatever, if he specializes on the shorts, why not? Now regarding the volume, he pretty much used most of the time 2.5 lots, then 4.7 lots, on which he pretty much lost a lot of money. And regarding the symbols that he traded, those are actually pretty balanced. So there is British pound and yen, Euro, New Zealand dollar, S&P, gold, British pound, New Zealand dollar, British pound, Australian dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, and last one, Euro and Australian dollar. All right, so this is it for this week. I just want to let you know that we really appreciate your feedback that you are leaving down in the comments. So we are actually planning to implement some of the things that you suggested in the previous videos. And if you have any more suggestions, just leave them down in the comments. If you want to see more content like this, I would highly suggest to subscribe to our FTMO channel and follow FTMO on social media. And see you traders in the next video. Trade safe.